back and I just listen. All my girls listen, daily talking about they reminisce. Got my own cash, I don't want no more advance. 45. What's your religion? You said it be long. All right, man, we back with another motherfucking video. Now I'm bringing energy in this one. It's more energy. Yeah. It's a good day. It's raining and shit. But it's a good day to be alive. What a time to be alive, bro. 2025, man. Like a week ago, World War III was finna kick off. Like everybody was all complaining and getting scared about, bro. But nah, bro. Ain't none of that shit's finna happen. That shit was a ritual to see how much can the top percent can manipulate the emotions of the majority. And they manipulate a lot of y'all emotions, and y'all, they got they analytics they needed for their next tactic. But hey, we ain't worried about that. We ain't feeding into that. We ain't watching the news, man. We you know, we are the elite, you feel me? So yeah, I'm gonna start this video off with this, man. You know, reading this book. Reading books out here, man. What book you reading? I don't want to see no money. I want to see what book you reading, hey? Business and Ideals, new chapter. All right. The dreamers are the saviors of the world, as the visible world is sustained by the invisible. So we, through all our trials and sins and sordid vocations, are nourished by the beautiful visions of our solitary dreamers. Yes, sir. Humanity cannot forget its dreamers. It cannot let their ideals fade and die. It lives in them. It knows them as the realities which it shall one day see and know. You feel me? Yeah. Composer, sculptor, painter, poet, prophet, sage. These are the makers of the afterworld. You feel me? The architects of the heaven. You feel me? The world is beautiful because they have lived. Without them, laboring humanity would perish. Those who cherish a beautiful vision, a lofty ideal in their hearts, will one day realize it. You know? Yes, sir. Just want to start the video off like that with some words, you know? Some words to give food to the thought. That's pretty much all I gotta say. As a man thinketh, James Allen. And I'm gonna say some from this book, Sacred Secrets of Esoteric Christianity by Louis Seffer. You know, we finna get into it. We finna get into the nit grit pit. Heaven, also known as the kingdom of God, is an inner state, a state of awareness in which peace, harmony, bliss, love, compassion, wisdom, and power reign supreme. Inner state. Heaven is an inner state, mental state. Feel me? This is my first time reading it, so bar. That's a bar. Divine unification with the source of our being causes man's awareness to transcend and carry him into a crown of the larger flame. You feel me? The kingdom of life. This is the Unio Mystica, and ascension sought by Christian mystics and saints since the Master Jesus' resurrection. For sure. You know, that was like some little history behind the Essenes and their influence of Jesus Christ. I guess the Essenes were like a esoteric group of people back in the day that had an understanding of understanding. That's cool. That was cool. That was cool. Let me see if I can find something for y'all that y'all can relate into. Can use to what you going through right now and what I can go through right now. In his current state of existence, man, in solitary, alone, and fractured, man subconsciously experiencing a sense of confusion toward life, nature, and his fellow men, the people he's around, I would say. He seeks without knowing what he desires. He pursues earthly ambitions and what they are achieved. He is dissatisfied and unfulfilled. Gradually, he realizes that his energy are being misdirected, that they are being wasted on fleeting pursuits with no absolute value. Distractions, you know, stuff like that. He begins his quest and journey towards greater ideals and spiritual endeavor. How can one walk the path of return to understand the way of ascension? One must first understand how man's descent occurred. To understand the way of ascension, one must first understand how he descent. You feel me? How he lost his divine state. You know, a lot of times in life we have our ups and downs. We have our times where we have, you know, we have our good times. And we fall the hard times externally. So, you know, in order to rise, we must fall, you know. Everybody on earth, we are lost, you know what I'm saying? We are all fallen angels, but the fallen shall rise again. You feel me? You know, like the tree. You look at a tree, right? I don't know if you can see this shit, this tree. In order for a tree to grow tall and mighty and reach the skies, it must send its roots down to the deepest pits of hell, you know what I'm saying? In order for the tree to reach the skies of heaven, to the bliss of heaven, it must send its roots to hell, you know what I'm saying? As above, so below, you know what I'm saying? In order for us to rise out of our, you know, adversity, we have to go through adversity, you feel me? We must rise, you know what I'm saying? In order to rise, we must fall. And I can physically and internally relate to that, you feel me? Been in times I had my ups, and it'd be a lot of times I was in my downs. I'm like, damn. But in those downs and those lower states of being, realizing and sitting in it, being in the solitude and actually sitting in it, you gain purpose in it. You instead of like falling and like dwelling on your losses and looking at losses as a negative thing, you know, the downs in life as a negative thing, and understanding that life is going to come with its ups and downs, its positive and its negatives. Like I said, as above, so below, right? Instead, looking like that, looking at the L's as lessons and as opportunities to gain awareness and to ascend upon them and gain and learn and alchemize that energy. You feel me? It's perfect. It's perfect. It's divine, bro. L's are divine. Lessons are divine. Being able to learn is divine, because knowledge is power. I'm slapping my steering wheel, but yes, knowledge is awareness. You don't know, you succumb to fear, because like everybody's scared of the unknown, bro. Going into the unknown. But being aware of who you are, more importantly, internally, know thyself. I know somewhere in the Bible it says that, know thyself. How you know what I'm saying? That's the first thing where you should start. You know who you are. Know your ancestry. You feel me? Know that. Know what your makeup is, internally, externally, both. As above, so below, yin and yang. That's quantum polarity. You know, it's facts. And that is beautiful, right? Speaking of like yin and yang, scientists has discovered with a quantum computer or a quantum microscope, right? They got a perfect image of two particles being quantum entangled. And the picture, it basically shows a yin and yang. The two atoms experiencing and expressing the quantum entanglement that was once a theory. It's a yin and yang. It's basically, the quantum entanglement is a theory or the scientific term for when a particular two atoms coexist, and basically they're polar opposites, but they entangle with one another. One can't exist without the other. In a nutshell, bro. There's more to it. Look it up. Definitely gonna look it up. I'm gonna show the picture in the video right here or right here. I don't know, but you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. I'm sweating, man. It's hot, bro. It's hot, bro. Boom. Knowing scientists discovered that quantum entanglement The yin and yang, basically the symbolization of quantum entanglement. Yin and yang. There's the darkness and the light. There's the light and the darkness. The concept of quantum entanglement, it's the same thing as above, so below. As so within, so without. As it is in heaven, as it is down in earth. It's the same thing. We headed into a point in life and awareness and vibration on the earth where this stuff is shown in your face. This is like science is proving it now. Science is showing spirituality. And it goes to show the people who discovered or made the symbol or practiced the symbol of the yin and yang, the yin yang symbol in ancient Asian traditions, that I'm pretty sure it predates Christianity and all other religions. So they had an understanding of this concept of duality, basically, in a nutshell, man. In a nutshell, they had this concept of that before anything. So that's the universe. That's the universe. That's science. Spirituality is science. Science is spirituality. That's proof right there. This is real life. This is real life happening in your face, bro. So how dare you knock it? How dare you not? How dare the audacity to not see life through a spiritual lens with a higher awareness? How dare you? This is a spiritual experience, bro. Experience is spiritual. Like, I'm going back and forth. You see what I'm doing?